Okay. I don't have time to stream today, but I promised myself I would. So I'm set up. We're just going to go. Probably going to be a 20-minute stream at most. We promised that we would be implementing magic. That's going to be a multi-step process. We're not going to get it done today, not in 20 minutes. But what we can do is we can implement magic. And I just sat down, so I'm just refreshing myself. We can just copy the health component. We can create a magic component. We might even be able to copy the health bar and just make a mana bar. Work from there. We don't need this draw text num. Mana does not need that. I'm going to create a new scene. Actually, what if we just copy and duplicate this scene? Magic component. Okay, and this has signals. What if instead of a health bar, what if this was a mana bar? Where is this? Rename. I don't think I should keep this, but this is also an incredibly simple script, so I think future me will be able to figure this one out. Magic synchronizer, and then the magic component that we care about is health and max health. Actually, it's not. So we've got this health component. I'm going to take all of that code. It's a node 2D for some reason. I think that's because we have the health bar. So we can extend that. Magic component. I don't know what that is. We don't need this signal. Mana equals max mana. Sync connected bars. This looks like a fun little thing. Var magic component list dictionary. Almost. A lot of boilerplate. Okay. Back to the magic component. We need to subtract magic, subtract mana, and add mana. It occurs to me, nope, just kidding. We don't need, nothing needs to occur to me. That's fine. Draw text and we don't need this. If I slap this onto the stuff result, if we just run this. Everything still works. Yeah, everything still works. Okay. If we slap this onto the player, does the player have mana? Oh no, this needs to be set up. Right. Dumpster that, dumpster that. We care about the mana and max mana. And then we go to the player. Nope, this is not the player. Where's the player scene? And we slap on the magic component. We've got this signal here. Okay, don't worry about it. Max mana 10. Okay, nothing seems to have crashed. It looks like we have an additional bar now. That's totally fine. Let's go back to this. Where are we adding that? Sync connected bars. I don't understand. That's this. Can we modulate this and also move it up like 2 to 3 pixels? Translate. No. Layout. Transform. There it is. Okay. And then modulate. Let's make it blue. Whatever, that's fine. We'll come up with a better mana bar. Yeah. Okay. It looks ugly, and that's fine. It is technically a mana. We can go to our session here. Nope. We've got a mana bar and a magic synchronizer, and this is not how I want to look at that. Mana bar is null. Is the health bar null too? It is. Okay. Weird. In any case, I'm confident that this is good enough. This is I think I want to clean this up. Now, this is called health bar, and I don't like that, but is it really worth changing? like, I'm not entirely sure when that signal gets called. When does this on health change get called? On change. And on change, I don't know. This is, whatever. To do clean this up. No, I shouldn't write that there. I've made progress. Adding this magic component is progress. The next thing I want to do is add a basic spell. And the way that I'm thinking the spell is going to work, the magic component needs to have a separate component for tracking what spells you can cast, and that will hook into the chat window. And then if I want to heal, I'll just say heal. And then it'll take my mana and it'll heal me. We can attach as many spells as we want to this magic component, and each one is responsible for watching the chat and being like, okay, did a spell just happen? Do we need to... It'd be kind of gross to hook into the... Ooh. Ed, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. It'd be kind of gross to hook into the chat handler to do that, because the chat handler is kind of busy. It'd be better if we go to the RPC handler and where is it? On chat. Submit chat. We're calling this send chat to clients function down here. We create a new handler, like a spell handler, and we register spells we want to listen to in the spell handler, and then when we receive a chat, we also check the spell handler and go, yo, any magic words in this? And then if so, cast them. We can do that on the server side. This function is getting sent to the clients. So we actually submit chat. This is the moment we want to, this is the function we want to add that functionality to do check for magic words. Do we have the sender? We do. Does that get, that doesn't get the player. I need to get the player, and I have a function to get the player. Get sender player node. So we can create, let's just create a spell handler. The spell handler's job is, this is on the server side, so we need to track every single just for players. We just need to track every single player, every single spell that they have registered. Monsters, I want monsters to be able to cast spells, but I don't want them to send chat to do it. So they can just do their own thing. Let's go ahead and go to the globals spell handler. We could have the spell handler set up to also handle monster spells, I guess, but just in a case of like spells probably are going to have a spell data, and that spell data is going to be stored for players. It's going to be stored in a book or in a recipe or something to that effect. But monsters aren't going to do that. So monsters can maybe look to the spell handler and go, "Yo, I need the details on what I'm about to do." No, that's dumb. That's dumb. I shouldn't do that. Let me just ignore myself and Add this spell handler. We do want this handler for the players. Okay. Let me just check something. Yeah, okay, we can't name this class. It's got a ready function, but we cannot. What this needs to do, we need to have, for each player, basically have a dictionary. Do we want to have a dictionary of dictionaries? Given a player, get a dictionary containing all of their spells. What's the best way to do this? Have a data structure to store all of the spells for each player. So what this might end up being, now this is a global, so I can't add any nodes to this. But I could just create an array of nodes. I could create like a spell recipe node, and then each recipe. No, that's dumb. I'm overthinking it. We might just create an inner class that's like I don't know. I don't have to decide right now. I can just stop here. I've made the progress that I want to make, and we've set out next step. Next step, I would like to be able to say a magic word, and then my character gets healed. I'm going to cost mana, and that's all I want. Next step, I think I can do that. So I'll stop here. I've set myself up for success. Quick stream today. Quick stream probably tomorrow as well. Thursday I'll have more time, and then this weekend I'll for sure have the time to finish this, and then we'll call that progress. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Quit while I'm ahead. I'm just gonna try and build momentum up. All right, see you all later.